I don't just talk about other people's stuff, I also make my own. Books in particular. To date, I have 4 books you can check out on Amazon. Operation Red Dragon: The Daikaiju Wars Part 1, Occult Mafia, Emerald of Maddox City, and the short story collection Assorted Absurdities, Tales of Kaiju Punk and Other Genres. Hop on down to the description for Amazon links to all 4 books. Enjoy whichever ones you read, and enjoy the video.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am the Omni viewer, and I'm back with more MonsterVerse news and simultaneously MonsterVerse rumor control because it seems like those two are going hand in hand these days. So it was just announced that a new MonsterVerse project is in the works, and it's going to be filming in Queensland, Australia, for like a budget, I believe, of $119 million or something. You may recall that after Godzilla vs. Kong became the first theatrical hit of 2021 and simultaneously saved movie theaters, to everyone else who's had a hit this year, you're welcome, it was announced that discussions were being held for where to go next. The legendary producers were in talks with Adam Wingard in particular about what the next film would be. They floated around a bunch of different titles. The only one that was actually reported on was a potential Son of Kong as a title, but nothing was actually confirmed. In the meantime, however, we had already gotten an announcement that a Skull Island anime would be debuting on Netflix, and a Godzilla series, which would be live action, and yes, set in the MonsterVerse, confirming his continued presence in that series, would be appearing on Apple+. So we knew those things were happening, but what about a movie? That was still up in the air. We still had no announcement. Until just now, where we did get that announcement that a new film is in the works. Or at least that's what people are saying. All we know is that it's the next MonsterVerse project, and from there I have to get into rumor control because the headlines are already running wild. You've got some people saying it's just the next MonsterVerse project, or a Godzilla vs. Kong follow-up. Some say it's Godzilla vs. Kong 2. Some say it's the next Godzilla movie. Some say it's the next Kong movie. Some say, hey, maybe it's that Son of Kong movie that was totally confirmed earlier, even though it wasn't. All sorts of people are wondering about what this could be. Now, I feel pretty confident that at the very least this is not connected to the Apple TV series, which incidentally, the title at this point has been announced as just Monarch. So that's the organization within the MonsterVerse that studies the monsters. Kind of an Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. sort of title, I guess, but I guess that's a good title for now anyway. But Gormaru Island announced different locations for filming. They mentioned Japan, they mentioned Hawaii, they mentioned, what else, Toronto, or, well, they mentioned several locations, but none of those were Queensland. So either Queensland is a new location that they're scouting for this series, or they're scouting it for a completely different project. I'm thinking maybe it's the latter. Or it could be the former. I really don't know. And we also don't know if this is really going to feature either Godzilla or Kong. A lot of headlines have been saying it's Godzilla vs. Kong 2, but we don't actually know that. At this point, I feel like a rematch between them would be kind of pointless. We got the results. If we just have a rematch again, I think it's pretty clear Kong's not going to make it through that one. And besides, the movie ended by basically ending the rivalry anyway, so it's not Godzilla vs. Kong 2 necessarily. We don't know if it's going to have Godzilla or Kong in it. For all we know, it might have a completely new monster at its center. And whether or not that monster is one familiar or one original, that still remains to be seen as well. Assuming that's even what's going to happen. All I'm saying is that the only thing we know for certain is that the next MonsterVerse project, which is probably a movie, but we don't necessarily have any confirmation on details as yet, has been announced. Queensland, Australia is going to be at least one of the major locations they'll be filming, and beyond that, nothing. That's all we know. which means that probably by the time I get this video uploaded, there will be some other new announcement that I'll have to go ahead and make another video out of, because that's the way it's worked in the past, but we'll see. Anyway, just thought you guys would like to know, the MonsterVerse is continuing still. It's not just gonna be on streaming channels. Apparently there is gonna be another movie, at least that's what it's looking like at the moment. But then again, we already kind of figured that would be the case anyway when it was announced that the MonsterVerse would indeed be continuing. So that's really all there is, and I have nothing left to say on the matter at this moment, because how much can I say about something for which there is only very limited detail to begin with? Anyway, that's all. Feel free to leave your comments down below, and you know the drill. Until such time as we meet again, this is the Omni Viewer signing off.
Congratulations, you reached the end. If you enjoyed this video, you might want to consider supporting us on Patreon. Of course, the other way to support us is to go to Amazon and check out our books, Operation Red Dragon, The Daikaiju Wars Part 1, The Occult Mafia, Emerald of Maddox City, and Assorted Absurdities, Tales of Kaiju Punk and Other Genres. Also check the description for links to DeviantArt and other platforms we operate. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you next time.